Hey, what's going on? So I'm back after 4 months of not making a video. So I haven't completely disappeared, but I've been working, doing things in the background. So in this video, I'm basically going to be telling you what I've been up to. Basically, in terms of Etsy strategies, been making sales, been making products and listings and all sorts of stuff. So that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. So yeah, September 15th, I started an Etsy 30-day challenge. And basically the challenge was to list a new like 3D print every day for 30 days. And the main reason for that is to try and make my first sale on Etsy. Because I literally had made a Etsy store like a year ago and didn't have any sales. So I was thinking, okay, how do I actually make sales on Etsy? I kind of put some random listings up, was hoping for the best, but didn't really get any results from that. So I was listening to this YouTuber called the Etsy Consultant, and he talks all about, get your number of listings up. You want to kind of branch out, and each listing is a new opportunity for obviously someone to find your listing, right? So that's what kind of inspired the 30-day challenge. And yeah, I ended up making my first sale like 5 days in. And this was through not only listing but also doing a bit of marketing through Facebook. So I was sharing a couple of the kind of designs that I made in Facebook, and one of the people that actually saw it ended up reaching out, started to message on Facebook, and she actually ended up buying the first one on Etsy. So that's good news there. And obviously, I continued with the challenge. But yeah, 3 months later, hit literally up to 90 sales, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna hit 100 before the end of the year. But yeah, by the end of the 30 challenge, I made a total of 5 sales, which pretty good, especially after a whole year of not making any sales, right? So yeah, let me go ahead and show you my actual Etsy dashboard so you can kind of see behind the scenes, right? So yeah, here are all my listings. These are some recent ones that I've been making sales. I've actually got some orders here that I'm gonna actually be delivering soon. So that's pretty cool there. You can see the dashboard, so number of sales, number of active listings, and then you can actually see reviews that I've made as well. Yeah, so it's pretty cool stuff, especially after not making sales for so long, right? Yeah, let's look into the Etsy ads. So that's one of the good things. I know some people that recommend not to use ads, but I think ads are a pretty good idea. Just to kind of get some traffic, and you can get your first sale through Etsy ads, right? So the good thing you want to be looking at is the ROAS. Like once you start making sales, you'll see it's called a return on ad spend. So as you're spending money, you're obviously getting revenue. So it's a calculation to see how much revenue you're getting for every dollar you're spending, right? So what you can do is, kind of turn on your ads and see which ones are actually making sales, see which ones aren't. Something like this has had, 9 clicks, but a ROAS of 0. You might want to turn something like that off, right? The ones you want to keep on are the ones with the higher ROAS. 3 is good, 2 is pretty good as well. Something like this has 0.82. That means it's actually losing money, right? And you also have to think, you have to, fulfill the order, do the shipping. You have to take all these costs into account. So even if you have like a 1 ROAS, you still want to take account of the other kind of cost that you have, right? So yeah, but it's good to start off with it at least. But you don't want to go crazy on the spending. You want to keep the spending at a minimum. And yeah, keep the high performers, optimize spend over time. So in the long run, you're gonna start to see that increase. But yeah, in terms of the listings, so you don't just want to list everything like and have no plan. You want to be able to have sections. So what I've done is I've kind of created products around a certain type of product. I have like different niches. So these sections, I've got cats, dogs, gym and fitness, funny science, fantasy. I've got like a decent amount in each category, so I can kind of see which one kind of performs. Stuff like this, the career one. This is the one that got sales mostly. Got 1 sale here. You know, unique 3D prints. You just kind of random ones that I got. So after a while, you're gonna kind of see certain sections make more sales than other sections, right? So this one you can see more sales kind of trickling in. So you want to double down on what's making more sales. You got the cats one, but the most popular one for me is definitely the dogs. This listing here, the Labrador. Then you got some other ones that's made sales, a few trickling in. You got this German Shepherd one. But yeah, like you want to double down and kind of see which ones people like the most, and just make more of that, right? And yeah, so what you actually want to do in terms of what works is number of listings is the most important factor, because if you have no listings, it's going to be impossible to make sales. You have 1 or 2 listings, like nothing's really going to happen. Like it's hard for people to actually find your listings, right? You want to have at least 10. That's like a very minimal amount. Even that is not a lot. Ideally you want to do a 30-day challenge as well, get 30 listings up there, but 10 is at least a good start. Obviously you have to start with 1, but make a plan to get 10 plus listings. And it's all about researching, kind of seeing what works. Some people sell in other countries, making hundreds and thousands of sales, and they're only selling in one country. So you can bring it to your local market and not be competing with them directly, right? So it's already proven. You're just bringing it to your local market. And to find products, you can obviously learn how to design, but if you don't know how to design, you can just find commercial free licenses. Websites like Printables and Thingiverse, very easy to find. Thingiverse, you just go here, hit the filters, go to license, and you just want to hit the ones, attribution, all of these ones. Obviously the ones that say non-commercial, those ones you can't be using. So just keep it as simple as that, right? And obviously you can find tons of models on there. 10 minutes a day, you can find tons of models. Make a best of list, start 3D printing them, and get that listed up, right? So yeah, so the cat and mouse door topper, that's the one I found from Printables, right? I've literally found a file on Printables. This is a cat and mouse door topper. So obviously I was doing door topper products, and you can see that I've actually made 5 sales of this product, right? Just 3D printed that, took some pictures of it on my literal bedroom door frame and made sales on that. So very possible to actually get an existing model, take pictures of it, list it and make sales on that. Yeah, it's pretty simple, very quick to find models, So yeah, obviously, yeah, that's a bit of the process, just kind of getting into it so you can kind of see the behind the scenes and whatnot. But yeah, basically these are the kind of things I'm looking to do in the future, continue to get my own results and kind of share that with you guys, share like screen recordings of my actual process, the product research walkthroughs, how I find products, and also into like getting into the actual Etsy listings and optimizations. I can kind of walk you through how I kind of do my SEO and description and tags. It's pretty simple process once you understand it. And all the things I've kind of learned, from 0 to 90 sales, I'll definitely explain that in different videos. But mainly I'm kind of wanted to know what you guys in particular want. So definitely comment, and if you want to sell 3D prints in the future, definitely subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to have plenty of tips. My main goal is to help people make their own products and sell 3D prints, So, that's going to be a good journey. So if you want to be there selling your 3D prints and come along the way, then definitely subscribe, And yeah, even if you've never made a sale, you want to make consistent sales in the future, let's kind of, get that started. Yeah, man. Thanks for listening. Good stuff. And yeah, definitely comment below what you want to hear next, and I'll look towards making that. Yeah, peace out.